It's call it what it is. Yandy's so-called marriage is starting to feel less like a commitment and more like a carefully scripted performance. And honestly, it's giving theater, not reality. The drama, the exaggerated moments, the questionable choices. At this point, it's hard to tell if we're watching a relationship or a rerun of a soap opera. And the real question is, who's still buying into this? There was a time when Yandy Smith Harris walked into every room with the aura of a true boss, respected, strategic, and no nonsense. She was known in the industry not just as someone who worked hard, but as someone who made things happen. Her name held weight in the world of music and media. But now, the woman who once set the standard is looking like she's caught in a storyline that's spinning out of control. If this is all a play for the cameras, it's a rough watch. But if it's real, then it's even messier. Either way, we're diving into the layers behind what's really going on with Yandy. Stick around. We're unpacking the truth behind the spectacle, and trust, it's deeper than it looks. Yandy Smith Harris, once celebrated as a powerhouse entrepreneur and a symbol of success, now finds herself at the center of swirling speculation. The buzz isn't just about her ambiguous marital status with Mendez Harris. It's about the eyebrow-raising performances on recent episodes of Love and Hip Hop. Fans are left questioning the authenticity of her storyline, as the exaggerated drama and glaring inconsistencies have sparked a wave of skepticism. For those who've been following her journey, this shift feels jarring. Yandy, who once embodied grace and ambition, now seems entangled in a narrative that feels more scripted than sincere. The portrayal of her struggles lacks the rawness of real-life challenges, leaving viewers to wonder, is this a calculated move to boost ratings, or is she jeopardizing her legacy for fleeting reality TV fame? As we delve deeper, we'll uncover the layers of this unfolding saga, exploring whether it's a savvy business strategy or a risky gamble with her reputation. Stay tuned for the full picture. Yandy Smith Harris has always been a name synonymous with ambition and achievement, carving her path in the entertainment world with sheer determination. Her rise to fame wasn't handed to her. It was earned through relentless effort and a vision that set her apart. From her early days managing artists to becoming a central figure in reality television, Yandy's journey is a testament to her resilience and ingenuity. But now, her personal life has taken center stage, sparking debates and raising eyebrows. The ambiguity surrounding her marriage to Mendez Harris has become a hot topic, leaving fans questioning the authenticity of her narrative. Is this storyline a calculated move to keep viewers hooked, or is it a misstep that risks tarnishing her reputation? Before diving into the whirlwind of recent drama, it's essential to revisit the foundation of Yandy's success, a story of grit, growth, and groundbreaking achievements that made her a respected figure in the industry. Let's unravel the layers of this unfolding saga and see what lies beneath the surface. Yandy Smith Harris made her mark as a sharp executive at Monami Entertainment, working with top-tier music and entertainment icons. Her expertise and decisions positioned her as a respected figure, not a mere backdrop to the reality TV world. She was a boss, confident, calculated, and deeply admired for her savvy and strength. Yet as her journey unfolded on Love and Hip Hop New York, viewers began to see her struggles. These challenges gave way to a different narrative, one centered on her personal life and her relationship with Mendez Harris. Mendez, with his complex past, paired with Yandy's ambitious and steady career, seemed like the perfect match. His charm and devotion appeared genuine, forming the image of a dynamic duo. But as many soon realized, what seems flawless on the surface often hides deeper truths. As Yandy and Mendez's relationship played out on screen, the cracks in their seemingly perfect facade became impossible to ignore. What truly captivated viewers was the stark contrast between Yandy's polished image as a thriving businesswoman and the whirlwind of chaos surrounding her personal life. Mendez's legal battles, his time behind bars, and the complexities of Faicha, their relationship added layers of intrigue that kept audiences glued to their screens. But here's where things took a turn. When Yandy was tasked with portraying a storyline centered on her unofficial marriage, the narrative began to feel contrived. This version of Yandy, a far cry from the powerhouse who built an empire, seemed to struggle with maintaining her composure on television. The scrutiny didn't stop at her marriage. It extended to her authenticity. Fans began questioning her acting, pointing out a lack of emotional depth in her performances, especially in scenes with Mendices. The disconnect was palpable, leaving many to wonder if the Yandy they once admired was slipping away in favor of a scripted reality. Yandy's portrayal of emotional struggles in her marriage has shifted from heartfelt authenticity to something that feels more staged. Once, her raw and genuine emotions resonated deeply with fans, drawing them into her journey and earning their support. Now, however, her emotional scenes seem overly rehearsed, lacking the spontaneity that once made her relatable. The chemistry between her and Mendices has lost its spark, leaving viewers questioning the sincerity of their interactions. Critics have noted that Yandy's acting has become exaggerated to the point of discomfort. Instead of evoking empathy, her performances now elicit secondhand embarrassment, as if watching a poorly executed soap opera. The scripted nature of her scenes is glaringly obvious, with moments that feel more like actors waiting for their cues than genuine expressions of emotion. This shift has left fans longing for the authenticity that once defined Yandy's presence on screen. Why is this happening? Could it be a deliberate move by Yandy to amplify the drama for the sake of the cameras? Or has she lost touch with the essence of a genuine, believable performance? The bigger question looms: is this all part of a calculated strategy to keep viewers hooked and ratings soaring? Or does it signal that Yandy is losing her grip on reality? Fans are left to ponder whether she's playing the game for fame and fortune, or if her authenticity is slipping away in front of the lens. And then there's the matter of their unofficial marriage, the elephant in the room. For years, Yandy and Mendices have lived as a married couple, presenting themselves as husband and wife. But here's the twist: they're not legally married. That's right, despite appearances, there's no official documentation to back their union. This revelation adds yet another layer of intrigue to their already complex narrative. Despite sharing children and living as a married couple, the true nature of Yandy and Mendices' relationship has always been a subject of speculation. Initially, their unofficial marriage seemed like a quirky detail, a unique aspect of their story. However, over time, the absence of legal commitment has grown into a significant concern. Consider this. Yandy is a business mogul, known for her precision, power, and control. Yet, in her relationship with Mendices, she appears comfortable with a non-committal arrangement. This raises important questions about trust and stability. In a long-term relationship, especially one involving children, why would someone forgo the legal security and commitment that marriage provides? Yandy's choice to keep her relationship unofficial has sparked doubts among fans. Is she avoiding potential fallout, or is this all part of a calculated move for dramatic effect? It places her in a peculiar position. On one hand, she portrays herself as deeply invested in the relationship, treating Mendices as her husband. On the other hand, the lack of legal recognition creates a disconnect that fans find hard to overlook. Yandy seems to want all the benefits of a traditional marriage: the love, the drama, the sense of commitment, without actually formalizing it. This inconsistency hasn't gone unnoticed, and fans are growing increasingly frustrated. Is this reluctance to make things official a way to dodge the legal complexities of marriage, or is it simply a ploy to keep the drama alive for the toy cameras? But here's the bigger picture. This storyline isn't just about Yandy and Mendices. It's about how viewers are being drawn into a narrative that doesn't quite add up. The lack of authenticity in her marriage plotline and her questionable acting have left fans questioning her motives. While it's easy to dismiss this as just another layer of reality TV drama, the stakes are much higher. Yandy's entire reputation, built on years of hard work and credibility, is now hanging in the balance. Yandy Smith Harris, once a beacon of success in the entertainment world, now finds herself at a crossroads, risking the respect she once effortlessly commanded. Reflect on this for a moment. Yandy was more than just a reality TV personality. She was an inspiration, a woman who seamlessly balanced her career, family, and personal life with grace and determination. Her relentless work ethic and commitment to her brand made her a role model for countless young fans. She wasn't just a participant in the industry, she was a trailblazer. But now, it seems she's trading her hard-earned reputation for the fleeting allure of manufactured drama. There's something undeniably disheartening about watching someone who once epitomized poise and power succumb to the trappings of staged reality TV theatrics. Why has it come to this? Has Yandy, in her pursuit of sustained fame and relevance, become so entangled in the chaos of reality television that she's willing to compromise her integrity? Perhaps the spotlight has become so addictive that she's prepared to do whatever it takes to remain in it, even if it means losing touch with the authenticity that once defined her. What's even more troubling is the growing sense of betrayal among her fans. The very people who once championed her success are now questioning her choices. Yandy Smith-Harris, once a symbol of balance and success, now finds herself struggling to maintain the admiration she once commanded. Fans who once saw her as a role model, a woman who seamlessly juggled fame, family, and business, are now witnessing a version of her that feels more like a scripted character than a genuine entrepreneur. Her recent choices and storylines seem to undermine the very foundation of her hard-earned legacy. It's as though Yandy has become a shadow of her former self, caught in the relentless demands of reality TV. This shift has left her coming across as inauthentic, and fans are not holding back their disappointment. Social media has become a platform for their frustration, with Twitter, Instagram, and comment sections filled with critiques. The consensus is clear. Viewers are cringing at the lack of genuine emotion and questioning why Yandy continues to lean into a storyline that feels forced. Some fans have gone so far as to accuse her of jeopardizing her legacy for the sake of ratings and manufactured drama. The internet, with its long memory, has amplified these sentiments, leaving Yandy in a precarious position where her reputation hangs in the balance. Yandy Smith-Harris is facing a wave of skepticism from the public, who seem increasingly disillusioned with her current narrative. Comparisons to other reality TV stars accused of chasing attention have surfaced, and the criticism has been relentless. Some have even gone as far as labeling her a clown, pointing to her exaggerated performances as evidence of her departure from authenticity. For someone who once embodied strength and influence, this drastic shift feels unsettling. Fans are yearning for genuine emotion and relatable struggles, not overly dramatized storylines. Unfortunately, Yandy's response to the backlash has only fueled the fire. Instead of addressing the concerns with sincerity, she has doubled down on the drama, insisting that her storyline reflects real-life challenges. However, rather than reassuring her audience, this approach has only deepened their frustration, leaving many to question her motives and the authenticity of her actions. Every time Yandy shares a new update or an emotional clip, viewers are left questioning whether they're witnessing genuine moments or carefully crafted scenes for the cameras. This raises an intriguing possibility. Is Yandy's behavior a bid for attention, or is there a deeper strategy at play? Could this drama be a calculated move to keep her name in the spotlight and drive engagement? Perhaps her unofficial marriage is just another piece in a larger puzzle designed to captivate audiences. This is where the boundaries between reality and entertainment blur. Is Yandy leveraging her personal life as a tool for financial gain? Or is this simply the inevitable direction of reality TV, where everything is amplified for dramatic effect? Looking ahead, the question remains, what's next for Yandy? Will she continue to ride the wave of reality TV drama, prioritizing ratings over reputation? Or will she recognize that the public backlash might outweigh the benefits of staying in the limelight? In the unpredictable world of entertainment, especially reality TV, sustaining relevance is a challenge that few can master. Yandy's next move could determine whether she reclaims her authenticity or becomes another cautionary tale of fame's fleeting nature. In the ever-changing world of entertainment, stars rise and fall with the tides of trends, and audiences are always on the lookout for the next sensation. But what happens when the audience stops buying into the narrative? When the facade of drama becomes transparent and the authenticity fades? If Yandy continues down this path of exaggerated performances and unsustainable storylines, she risks losing everything she's worked so hard to build: her reputation, her brand, and her standing as a respected figure in the industry. Fans are forgiving, but their patience has limits. The question now is whether Yandy will pivot, rediscover her authenticity, and rebuild the trust she once had with her audience, or whether she's too entrenched in the reality TV machine where drama overshadows the truth and the genuine self gets lost in the process. Her next move could be a defining moment, a chance for redemption, or the beginning of her decline. Reality TV thrives on pushing boundaries, and those who step into its spotlight know the risks, the highs, the lows, and the inevitable scrutiny. But at what point does the line between reality and fiction blur beyond recognition? This is the crux of the matter. Reality TV feeds on drama, but when the drama becomes too contrived, it risks alienating the very audience it seeks to captivate. Yandy's future hangs in the balance, and the choices she makes now will shape the legacy she leaves behind. Reality TV thrives on keeping viewers hooked, episode after episode, with increasingly outrageous and shocking moments. It's a formula that guarantees attention and often secures another season. For stars like Yandy Smith-Harris, who are already part of a hit show like Love and Hip Hop, the allure of fame can be hard to resist. But what happens when someone who built their brand on authenticity and empowerment finds themselves ensnared in the web of manufactured drama? Yandy isn't new to the game. She's a seasoned player who understands the mechanics of reality television. It's not unreasonable to think that her current storyline might be a calculated move, a deliberate effort to lean into the drama and maintain her relevance in a world that demands constant attention. After all, Yandy is not just a reality TV personality. She's a businesswoman who knows how to navigate the spotlight. The question remains, is Yandy simply playing the game to stay ahead, or has she become so immersed in the theatrics of reality TV that she's risking the authenticity that once defined her? Her choices suggest a strategic approach, but they also raise concerns about the cost of staying in the limelight. Before her reality TV fame, Yandy Smith-Harris had already cemented her place in the entertainment industry. As the co-founder of a thriving talent management firm, she built strong connections with some of the most influential figures in the business. This raises an intriguing question. Could the entire unofficial marriage storyline be a calculated move to keep her name in the spotlight? It's entirely plausible that Yandy's actions are not born out of desperation, but are part of a deliberate strategy to maintain her relevance. Regardless of how fans feel about her current narrative, one thing is undeniable. Yandy is still a topic of conversation. In the entertainment world, staying relevant is often half the battle. However, this approach comes with significant risks. While Yandy may be playing the game, the cost of doing so could be far greater than anticipated. In the realm of reality TV, the line between authenticity and performance is razor thin. If viewers begin to see through the act, the consequences can ripple beyond the individual. It can impact the entire show. Audiences crave authenticity. They want to connect with characters who feel real, not scripted. Once that trust is broken, viewers can quickly disengage, leaving both the star and the show vulnerable to decline. Yandy's gamble may keep her in the headlines for now, but the long-term implications could be far more damaging. Yandy Smith-Harris has always had a knack for connecting with her audience, whether through admiration or controversy. But now, the question arises, is she jeopardizing her authenticity for the sake of a few more episodes of behind-the-scenes drama? While it's easy to assume that Yandy is the architect of her own storyline, what if the real puppeteers are the producers? What if they're the ones dictating her actions, scripting her words, and even steering the narrative of her relationship drama? This wouldn't be unprecedented in the world of reality TV, where cast members are often encouraged, or even pressured, to amplify their real-life situations for the sake of entertainment. It's a formula we've seen time and again, where producers craft narratives designed to captivate audiences. Could Yandy simply be fulfilling her role as a reality star, playing the part that's been laid out for her? This might explain the inconsistencies in her storyline. One moment showcasing a strong relationship, the next embroiled in fabricated marital chaos. Producers are always on the hunt for fresh drama, knowing that audiences are drawn to love triangles, messy relationships, and characters teetering on the edge. Yandy's unofficial marriage storyline checks all those boxes. But at what cost? She seems to be caught in a tug-of-war between her real-life identity and the character she's being asked to portray. The pressing question now is whether Yandy can navigate her way out of this tangled web before it takes a toll on her career and reputation. Yandy uses social media to address criticism, claiming her marriage is real and the drama is minor. Fans are divided. Some support her, while others doubt her authenticity. Critics feel her story seems scripted. She knows how to stay relevant, sharing just enough to spark interest. Controversy keeps the spotlight on her, but trust is fading.